Now in this video, we'll talk about different states of a thread. Now, if you remember, we have started with creating a thread, then we talked about the thread is running, and then we have talked about sleep method, we have talked about join method. So basically, we were playing with the thread states, right? Where the thread was running and then we asked the thread to wait, come back, right? So what are different states available? Let's try to understand that. See, every time you create a new thread, that goes into a new state. Okay, so this is your new state. Now, apart from this new state, we also have something called a runnable state. Okay, so we have a runnable state. Now, after that, we also have a running state. Then we have a waiting state, or we can also say block state. And then the last state is dead. Okay, so we have all these states available for the thread. Now, when you say new state, what exactly happens? So when you create a new thread, example in the code, if you remember, when we said thread t1 equal to new thread, at that point, it becomes into a the new state. Now, the moment you say start, we have this method which is start. So when you say start, it goes to a runnable state. So maybe we can say start. So when you say start, it says it goes into runnable state. Now, there's a difference between runnable state and running. The difference is when your thread is actually running on the CPU, that is running state. But when your thread is executing and then it is waiting for the scheduler, that is into runnable state. So example, when your thread is running with the help of run method, that is your running state. Now, what if while you are running this and then maybe you want to keep it on hold with the help of sleep method? So that goes into waiting state. Now, apart from sleep, we also have a method like wait, which can make it go into waiting state, right? So when your thread is running state, you can also say wait. Now, wait will take it to the waiting state, right? Now, how will you come back? Now, you will come back with the help of notify. The only thing is when you say notify, you will not come back to running state. You will go into runnable state. Now, whenever the scheduler is assigning you the task or whenever scheduler says it's your turn, at that point, it will go into running state. In fact, if your thread is running and if you want to keep it there, you can also say stop. There's also stop method available, but that is deprecated. Actually, don't stop threads. Okay, it will create instability in your software. But yeah, once the thread work is over, it will automatically go into stop state. You can also send a thread from the runnable to dead, even with the help of stop. Even you can do that. What else we have here? Okay, so basically we have this option. So whenever you create a thread, that goes into a new state. And then when you say start, it goes into runnable. Now, depending upon your availability of your CPU, that goes into running state. Now, while running, it will execute certain things. And then at that point, if you want to say wait, you can do that with the help of sleep, or you can do that with the help of wait. Now, the only thing is when you say wait, you have to use a notify method to come back. The only thing is when you say notify, it will not come back to running state. It will go to the runnable state, right? So it goes from the waiting to runnable. From running to waiting, waiting to runnable, that's the cycle it follows. And then again, from runnable to running state. Yeah, these are the states available. We have this number of states in threads, especially in Java.